So I just wanted to tell you a bit more about me and a bit about my childhood. When I was young, my nanny Daisy, she used to tell me all about her childhood and, in her early 20s and 30s, when she was growing up during the war in London and how she loved going to work. That was her passion in life. She was an amazing cook. Whenever I used to go around there as a child, obviously you're always hungry when you go around to your nan's, and she'd say, "Oh, do you fancy a scone and some jam?" I'd be like, "Oh yes please, Nan." She'd peer off into the kitchen, come back 10 minutes later, she'd have a fresh batch. Like, she hadn't got any, she just literally just made them. That's the kind of nan she was, absolutely brilliant. I wish I could be like that. My scones are crap. I think she was one of about 8 siblings. There was quite a few, as they were in those days. And she was incredibly independent. She loved her job. She was the manageress, as she called herself. She was the manageress of her brother's haberdashery on the Angel Islington. Actually, I was there only last week at the Country Living Christmas Fair, and I really wish I knew which building she was in. I suppose there's a way of finding out these things. If you know, please let me know. I'd love to know which one it was. When her sister Lucy died, she left behind 2 sons who at the time were, I don't even know, sort of, 8 and 12 or something along those lines. And, she became a stay-at-home mum. I don't think that was really her thing. I don't think that was her calling. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't mine either. One of the reasons I didn't have any children, one of the reasons. What she hated most of all was having to rely on a man, so her brother-in-law, for money. And she always said to me, just do everything you can possible in your life not to ever have to rely on anybody for money. And do you know what? I never have. Being and feeling free has always been my driving force in my life. As I said in my previous reel, I don't want you to feel stuck in life because of a shitty relationship or a shitty job, or I've been there, I've done that, and it's absolutely debilitating. Not being able to afford nice things, it can absolutely be soul destroying when you're working so hard for your money. We're better than that. So I believe that quality budgeting is, wait for it, it's the magical alchemy of organisation and planning ahead, mixed with today's reality and tomorrow's dreams. And it's always a work in progress because your budget moves with you. I can't tell you how many times in the last 30 years I've actually changed my budget, changed its style, changed my approach, because my salary and my life situations have changed. So I had to go with it, albeit one step ahead ideally, so that, even when I was on a really low salary, I could still afford to live. And then conversely, when I had a great salary, I wish I'd been better at savings, because I would have got a savings pot by now. Instead I chose to live to my new means, which I think a lot of us do. More money, lovely. That just means we can spend more and have more things. But hey, for me, lesson learned. I've found over the years that money can create all kinds of emotions for me, from joy and complete liberation to absolute stress and fear. How do you feel about it? We're all in this economic challenging time together, so even if careful money management was never on your radar before, there's every chance that it is now. Creating a plan will enable you to put yourself very much firmly in your own driving seat, and allow you as much flexibility as you need, so that you can come out of this recession in much better shape than you otherwise would. It puts you in control as much as you ever can, amongst all this uncertainty. Control your controllables. It doesn't really matter what your budget barometer looks like. Worrying about money is completely all-consuming, and it can be absolutely debilitating. And it has a real big effect on your emotional well-being. Take my situation. Starting a business, which I did, as I said, about a year or so ago, absolutely terrifying, especially when coming from a good salary and never having to rely on anybody before. It takes a massive leap of faith. As well as being able to lean on somebody, which I say I've never had that before. I hate having to. I absolutely hate it, but I'm absolutely and completely grateful that I do get to do that. So I'm able to, deliver as much as I can to you, to help you, as I wish I'd kind of had somebody helping me years ago when I was in that situation, and learned by doing. So tell me in the comments below, what's your money story? If you like, private message me, I'll get the kettle on, we'll have a chat.